Hello, my name is David O'Brien. And I'm here for your success in the areas of purity. Hello, welcome back to the Purity Forum. My name is David O'Brien. I'm so glad that you're here with me. The topic today is healed in the womb. Now, what this relates to is you. Those of you especially who have been terrorized and hurt by rejection. You know, rejection is one of the most painful things that any human has ever experienced. If you look at the top things that cause people to have fear, to sometimes even commit suicide, it's rejection, it's shame, addiction, things like that. But God, our God, the God who created the heavens and the earth, who created the farthest stars, and who also created you and helped your body to form inside your mother's womb, He has a solution for everything that you are dealing with, have dealt with, or will possibly deal with. His solution is with you. It's near you. You can understand it, you can see it, you can pick it up and apply it to your life. And that's what this show is all about. God is bringing His solutions to you today. And that's really what this show is all about. It's good news on this Purity Forum. God will heal you in the womb. Now, what do I mean by that? What am I getting at? I'm saying that some of you, your rejection problem that has followed you around like a dark dust cloud your whole life actually goes back before you were even born. You feel like everyone rejects you. You get around people and you just know it's coming. Pretty soon they're going to hit the flush button and you're going to be the one who's dumped with all kinds of feces, with the sewage. And you just don't like it. And you don't like how you feel, you don't understand it, you don't understand why, but it's being cut in your life today because it goes, in fact, back to the beginning of your physical life on earth when you were in the womb. It goes to your past, but it's not just something you've done. It wasn't even your fault. When you were in your mother's womb, you were rejected by your mother, perhaps by your father. And these things have affected and followed your life to this day. You have to understand, my friends, those who are watching me today, that rejection includes an element of pain or wounding inside of us, but it also includes a voice on the outside of you. Sometimes from your past, or like a tape that's played over and over, and that's a spirit of rejection. And that spirit attacks people when it sees there's a wound there. And it tries to set up situations in which you will over and over again experience rejection and bump into the same problems and then not know what to do with yourself. And sometimes it turns bad. But you know what? I'm telling you, healing is here for you today, right here, right now. And it's for your inner being, for your soul, and the deep inner parts of your heart. And that healing will release your spirit to do things that you haven't done before. You're going to feel from this day on more confident around people. You're going to be able to relate to people and deal with people better and differently if you'll follow what I'm saying. Because God has His healing for you. In fact, from now on, there's going to be a buffer around you that people can't just grind up against you, but instead there's a protection around you when you're around people in social circles, even when they get close. It does not matter because you've got this protection from now on. God has now given it to you. If you've welcomed it, say thank you, Jesus, because Jesus is the one. And here's how He does it. He, 2,000 years ago, but it's an eternal thing, it applies right now, was rejected on the cross. Rejection is a painful thing when it comes from people. But the worst rejection would be from God, who created us. That's something that the human soul could never take. And many people don't know that God is not a rejecter. He's one who wants to embrace every man, woman, and child. And he created us for a reason, to know Him. So when Jesus came, you got to understand, Jesus was rejected on the cross by everyone. And a few people who couldn't save Him, they still loved Him. But God Himself had to reject Jesus. Because now it wasn't fully because He raised Him from the dead. God's love will never reject fully. But I'm telling you, Jesus became sin so that God would flush Him down the toilet and reject Him and say goodbye. And He was gone, abandoned. So he said, why have you forsaken me? That's one meaning of what He said. But there's more to it. It was also a glorious, grand bringing him out of the human race type of status into the divine being, the new creation. Now, he was divine already, but he came in, brought forth the new creation, and that includes you and me. If we've believed in Jesus, we are accepted by God. We will always be accepted. We are accepted, and you actually are acceptance. So you can offer acceptance to everyone else around you. You've been so accepted by God the Father now. I'm talking about your identity to the core. You've been so accepted inside of Christ that for him to reject you would be like cutting off his own arm. You've become a part of Christ, the body, and you are known by God and embraced by God perfectly, fully, and he's chosen to dwell in you. He's comfortable with you. He likes you the way you are, and he is continually bringing you up and out, and bringing the real you out, and changing things in your life, and changing you the way you see yourself, so that you will be so acceptable to yourself, because he's already accepted you. And then you will not feel awkward. You won't stumble. You won't say stupid things that bothers you more than other people around you. You won't stumble. You won't that, because his acceptance is wrapping itself around you. It's like he's from behind. He's standing there and he wraps himself around you and says, "You're mine. Come on." He has accepted you. And from now on, you will experience, while you sleep, that cloud is over you. You know, your nights are different, your days are different, because that cloud of acceptance, not a dust cloud of rejection, but of acceptance, is now on you. Through the words I'm speaking, the realities become clear to you, but it's yours in your life because of what Jesus did for you on the cross. Why does it go back to the womb? Scars of abuse, scars of rejection come through words, and they can happen in the womb. And the mother who may have wished she didn't get pregnant, may have made a mistake in your pregnancy, or even an accident. And the father involved, or the grandparents who may be mad because of finances, and they throw down something loudly and say, "This child should never be," or some stupid thing like that. In a moment of anger, forgive them. If any of that has happened in my ancestry, I forgive them right now. Do the same verbally, because no matter what they were not rejecting you, they were rejecting their circumstance. But that spirit of rejection could have attached itself to you. Guess what? You don't even have to think about that much now, because here's what I'm saying. They could not reject you because God has accepted you. They could not get rid of you. No one in all your life from the womb on, because God has accepted you and has brought you up to his level and his status. And he said, "You're in my hand." He said, "I've written you on the palm of my hands. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I cannot forget you." This is how God treats his beloved, all of his daughters and sons. And if you believed in Jesus, that's you. Your identity to the core is acceptance. You are accepted by the Father. He's embraced and is embracing you, and always will be. You'll never be forsaken. And as I said, your social life from now on has changed. See yourself differently. Keep investing in programs like this, in truth that gives you good news and builds you up, so that you will ease into the new future that you have of acceptance every day, no matter where you are. And you will be the one who doesn't need people's acceptance, but they're going to follow you, and you're going to look for that person who you know needs acceptance, and just show them extra love and favor that'll comfort their heart. That's how the acceptance in you will overflow into their life, put a smile on their face. Thank you for watching the Purity Forum.